Hey guys, it's Sean Strickland. I know it's Saturday night, but I need your help. I need you to tag an entrepreneur that you know, tag a coach that you know. If you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, I really need you to jump on here and hear what it is I'm going to say. Anybody who knows me knows that I do not typically go live on a Saturday. If I go live on a Saturday, it is typically for prayer or healing school. But yesterday and last night, I was really just praying, and I just felt like I wanted to release this. And I know I could have done it as a class, and it is a class. It's just a class that I'm giving to you as a gift, right? Now, let me say that at the end, if you feel like you want to sew, that's fine, but let's get all the way through the class first. But I need you to help me out. I need you to hashtag. I don't need you. Yes, I do. I need you to hashtag live and where you're watching from. I need you, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a coach, if you are a strategist, consultant, or if you're aspiring, I need you to put that in the comment. I need you to put this on your story. I need you to put this on your page. I need you to tag people that you know are entrepreneurs. And I want us to get into this. Are you ready? If you are ready, I need your fire. I need your hearts. I need your energy, because it's Saturday, guys. It's not only Saturday, but basketball is going on. And I am here because I want to see the entrepreneurs, the aspiring entrepreneurs, the coaches, and the consultants to win. And so I'm going to be talking to you tonight about the fastest way to your first $100,000 for coaches and entrepreneurs. The fastest way to your first $100,000 for coaches and entrepreneurs, right? That's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. The fastest way. How many of you want to get there fast? Well, how many of you saw my stat that I got directly from, like the stats that are put out by our nation that says that 86% of entrepreneurs do not make $100,000. 86% of entrepreneurs do not make $100,000 a year. So first of all, let me say, if you're making $100,000 in your business, shout out to you, because literally only 13.6% of entrepreneurs in the United States make $100,000. Now let's parenthetically insert, then that means that 86.6% of people are making less than $100,000. This is across all industries. And let me tell you something. It may not be common, but it's doable. Put in the comments, it's doable. It's doable. It's doable. It may not be common, but it's doable. Now, the reason that I want to have this conversation is because I've been in business for since 2011. And I'm going to get into that. I got my notes here today, and everybody knows that when I got my notes, that means I'm on assignment and there's something that I absolutely have to get out to you. I need you to get your notebook or pull up a Google spreadsheet, a Google Doc, because I need you to take notes and hear what I am about to tell you today. First of all, let me say this. What I am about to tell you is not the only way to get to $100,000, but it's the way that I got there. And I am a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that you don't teach what you haven't done. And anybody who knows this knows that the first year I got super close to $100,000, I think I made like $99,000. I would not say that I was a six-figure earner because I wasn't a six-figure earner yet, and integrity is super important to me. Anybody who knows me also knows that I believe you ought to get high off your own supply. I don't fudge numbers. I have no interest in flossing, fronting. I'm from the old school, ain't no future in your fronting. So I have no interest in doing it. I have nothing to prove. My accountant knows what I make. But I think that I can help you if you will listen. If you're open for some help, can I see your hands up? I'm open for some help. Now, we're going to get right into this, and I need to start by telling you this. If you are not making six figures in your business, what I'm going to tell you is counterintuitive. It is going to sound like it doesn't make sense. Now, if anybody was on Relationships 101, and I talk about a lady, Sister Deborah King, who was instrumental in changing my marriage. And she told me that just because Edwin was cussing, I didn't have to cuss him back years ago. That was counterintuitive to me because it was so outside of my norm. Just because it was counterintuitive does not mean she was wrong. It means that she sat in a place that I did not have proficiency in yet. I am not trying to suggest that I am the only one who can help you. I am not trying to suggest that my way is the only way. Here is what I am asking you to consider. If you have been out here operating as an entrepreneur, a coach, a strategist, an event planner, an event thrower, and you haven't made $100,000 yet, how could it hurt you to listen? So it's going to be counterintuitive. It's going to be counterintuitive. Are we ready? I still need you sharing. I need you engaging. I need you taking notes. All right. So I'm going to talk to you about the fastest way to your first $100,000 for coaches and entrepreneurs. So I'm Sean Strickland. For those of you who don't know me and it's your first time, welcome. I'm super glad to have you here. I am the founder and the CEO of the Sean Strickland Company, which includes Soul Shift, Live Your Dreams, and M3 Business. I've been in business since 2011, although looking back, I wouldn't actually call the first 5 years of business. I was actually running a side hustle. Where are my side hustle people at? Since I started as a side hustler, I have a lot of compassion, a lot of confidence, and a lot of excitement when I meet people, especially women who are on the same path. So if you are a side hustler, you didn't really start trying to build a six-figure business, you're just trying to help your family out. You're just trying to get some debt off your family. You're just trying to be able to take a vacation. If you are a side hustler, let me hear from you, baby, because I am for the side hustlers, okay? Now, if you start your business in a traditional way and you're not a side hustler, you may need to become one, but let's just take the journey and let's see. Okay, so many of you, hold on just a second. Shout out to all of the side hustlers. So many of you have heard my story that after making a decision not to practice law, I did a bunch of jobs trying to find my passion. What you may not know is that I worked as a bankruptcy specialist in the division that repossessed of a company that repossessed cars. I was a FENS officer, which is Family and Needs and Services officer for juvenile court. I was the director of education and training for the Northwest Arkansas Rape Crisis Center. I was a foster parent for kids on their last stop, and I was the executive pastor for our church. None of these jobs fit me, but they each taught me something about myself. I learned in every single job either what I wanted to do or what I didn't want to do. I'm always going to appreciate my husband. A lot of people say, like, why was it so important to you to retire, Pastor Edwin? It was so important to me to retire, Pastor Edwin, because when I was doing all these jobs, running all over the world, like a chicken with my head cut out, trying to figure out what I wanted to be once I realized I wasn't supposed to be a lawyer, he was the one who held me down. And he was the one who kept telling me to search until I found the thing that I was supposed to do. Oh, did I mention I was a substitute teacher? And even though I had 5 kids, I absolutely hated it. So after I had Jordan, I didn't really work outside of the home, except the few times that I was a substitute teacher. The reality of it is that at that time, the cost of daycare did not make it feasible for me to work based on what I was making in these nonprofit roles. And when it turned out that Jordan needed extra care in order to get her speech on path, to get her cognitive ability on path, it was perfect that I was a stay-at-home mom. So in the meantime, Edwin traveled across the nation, taking different educational jobs to provide for our family, and he took good care of us. However, as it got closer to Taylor turning 16, it was clear that our budget would not allow us to buy her a car. The problem is that we had always told Taylor if she made good grades and stayed out of trouble that we would buy her a car. She had made good grades, she stayed out of trouble, and she was going to get a basketball scholarship. So I had to make a decision whether I was going to disappoint her or find a way to make the money. Everybody put this in the comments. Find a way to make the money, right? Thankfully, LaShawn Holland, who was my friend, is my friend, at the time she was willing to mentor me. We spent several months brainstorming ideas, and no matter what the idea is, I would find a reason why I couldn't get it done. Until one day she said to me, I am sick of this conversation. Go and make $800 and don't come back until you do. Now, if you've ever heard LaShawn and I on a live, you know that she doesn't quite remember it that way. But since I was the one sitting there with a pit in my stomach, you should take my version. She basically said, I am sick of your excuses. Go make $800 and don't call me back until you do. Now, let me tell you something, guys. I was absolutely terrified. I needed to make at least $600 a month to be able to take care of the car note, the insurance, and the gas for Tay's car. And LaShawn had challenged me to make $800 in one swoop. And at that time, it felt like she was asking me to make $8,000. I literally, after law school, except for one job where I was the bankruptcy specialist and only worked in nonprofits, I was used to roles where I didn't make a lot of money. So the idea of making $800 at one time in 2011 seemed impossible. So I sat at my dining room table for a while, asking myself this question that I have asked many of you. What do you have in your hand or in your house? On many occasions, you have watched me on live saying to you, like the prophet Elijah said to the woman who was in debt, what do you have in your house? I began to look through my Facebook posts, and I noticed that whenever I posted, no matter what I win, I had lots of engagement. So I thought, I wonder if people will buy a shirt that says, no matter what I win. I decided to find out. I searched on the internet. I found one of those places where you could mock up a t-shirt. I wasn't great at creation. I wasn't great at design, but I put the words in hot pink on a black t-shirt, no matter what I win. I took a picture of it and I put it online. And I simply said, if I were to make this shirt, would anybody buy it? Within minutes, I had all of the people who love the saying messaging me saying, how do I send you money? Thank God this was before Cash App, so they needed my PayPal. And so like in the first hour, I had like 25 orders, and I knew that if I pushed it, that I could make the shirt. Now, here's the interesting thing. I've got orders. People are now sending me money PayPal. I'm running a Google spreadsheet. And to be more accurate, I'm running a notebook with names, addresses, and sizes on it. But I don't know where to get the shirts from. So I call LaShawn and I say, LaShawn, I have the potential to make $800, but I don't know what to do next. She then gives me my next instruction. Let me tell you something. One of the things that you want better do if you want to learn how to break this barrier and become and join the ranks of entrepreneurs who make six figures is that you better learn how to follow instruction. Because if you already knew how to do it, you would have done it. Can I get an amen? So there was a loud response. Yes, we will buy this t-shirt. Over the next several weeks, I had sold almost 100 shirts and cleared about $1,200. It was in that month I was convinced that I could make money. My personal belief that one of the first things a person can do is to create an environment that shows them they can make money, even if it's not doing the thing they dream of doing, if that makes sense. That convinced me that I could make enough money to cover the car. But it also showed me that I did not like selling t-shirts. You better lean into this. I did not like selling t-shirts, but right now, people liked buying t-shirts from me. So after I sold No Matter What I Win, I sold a Live Your Dreams t-shirt. I put those little bedazzled jewels on it because everybody liked that. I was able to mark up the t-shirt, and I sold another 100 of those t-shirts. I then added classes like 21-Day Jumpstart and an ebook called Ignite Your Dream in 5 days. You guys may remember that. But I also did a couple of garage sales and sold sweet potato pies. In the words of Jay-Z, I'm a hustler, baby. I honestly did not have a plan about how to make money. I just knew I had to make the money to pay for that car. So I did it in any way that was immoral, and not illegal. I want you to hear this. When you are a side hustler, you do not need to love the work. So just like before I had searched for the right job, each hustle showed me what I loved and what I didn't love. It also showed me what people wanted and what they would pay for. So each hustle, it showed me what I loved and what I didn't love. But it also showed me what people wanted and what they would pay for. Now, if this was going to be on a test, you need to write this down. The purpose of the side hustle stage, in addition to making you money, it is to help you figure out what you love, what you don't love, what people want, and what people will pay for. I'm going to give you the first mistake that I see from many coaches and entrepreneurs. You are so in love with your idea that you cannot see that people are not willing to pay for it, even though you aren't getting paid for it. I'm going to say that again. The biggest mistake that I see from many coaches and entrepreneurs is that you are so in love with your idea that you cannot see that people are unwilling to pay for it, even though they aren't paying for it. Let me say it again. You are so in love with your idea that you can't see that people aren't willing to pay for it, even though they aren't paying for it. Now, I may be talking to somebody right now, and you may be feeling a little tight in the chest, and you may be tempted to jump off of this live today, but I'm going to remind you that I'm giving you a free class, and I have proof in the pudding. For over 4 years now, 5 years now, I have made well over $100,000 a year because I have learned some things, and if you will listen, I will help you. People are, you so love your idea. You are so convinced that everybody should have it that you ignore the fact that nobody loves it like you do. Now, while I absolutely believe, wait, are you getting something from this? If so, I need hearts, fires. I need you sharing. I need you engaging. Are you getting something from this? Because it's Saturday night, so we might as well do something that makes a difference, right? Oh, let me take another sip of water. So while I absolutely believe you can build a thriving business doing what you love, I believe you must find something that you love that people are also willing to pay for. It's not just that I love it. It is that I love it and people are willing to pay for it. I hope somebody right now can see their mistake. You have loved your idea so much. It's a good idea, you think. But honestly, can I say something to you? I don't mean to hurt your feelings. No one else cares, at least not enough to pay for it. They don't care. So every day on social media, I watch smart, talented people continue to try to force their audience to get excited about an idea that they don't want. I watch them build websites. I watch them build entire brands, including photo shoots. Watch them create products. I watch them write books for which there is no audience. And I even watch them have events that no one cares about it. Here are two questions every coach and entrepreneur must learn to ask and honestly answer. Ask and honestly answer. Does anyone care beside me? I need about it's almost 200 y'all on here. I really need somebody to put this in the comments. Does anyone care beside me? Does anyone care beside me? Does anyone care besides me? And two, do they care enough to spend their money? Does anyone care about me besides me? And do they care enough to spend their money? Now, some of you, if you listen, this day, what's today, March 11th, will become a significant shift in your business where you will go from frustrated and broke to actually making money. Does anyone care besides me? And do they care enough to spend their money? Because I don't care how great your marketing is. I don't care how great your product is. If they don't care, they are not spending their money. So again, what's the first mistake? Tell me what's the first mistake I told you that I see a lot of entrepreneurs make. Now, let me be honest with you. There have been times that I thought a product or idea that I came up with was amazing and no one was interested at the time. Instead of beating them up on social media, instead of saying they didn't support me, instead of calling them haters, I used social media as research to find out what they did want that I could create, and I met that need. This is why I constantly tell my clients, be committed to the outcome, but flexible in the approach. I was committed to the outcome of building my own business. At first, I was committed to the outcome of being able to pay for that girl's car. Then I was committed at being able to build a business. I was committed to the outcome and flexible in the approach. Some of you aren't making money because you are too in love with your idea and no one else is. Selah. Is this helping anybody? You are too in love with your idea and nobody else is. And just because it's a good idea to you does not mean the market will pay for it. And if you've been promoting things consistently and no one is responding, everybody shout shift. So let's keep going. When you are running a side hustle, I'm a hustler, baby. You have 3 goals: make money, learn what people are willing to buy, and invest in yourself. Make money, learn what people are willing to buy, and invest in yourself. Although my hustle started to pay, as a goal to pay for a car, the extra money went for books, classes, and trainings that would help me become more effective at building my business. So I get it. This is why I always try to keep a low product. This is why I'm doing a free class on a Saturday night. I get it that all the time when people aren't spending $1,000 on a product, it is not because they don't value the teacher. It is not because they wouldn't do it. It's because they literally didn't have it. When I was trying to get the money to buy Taylor's car, to pay for the expenses related to her car, I did not have money for the high ticket items. It didn't mean I didn't care. It meant that I didn't have it. It is the reason that no matter what my team says to me, I always keep a free product and I always keep a low level product, because I remember being a side hustler who couldn't afford those $5.99 prices, who couldn't afford those $8.99 prices, but a $100 product, a $99 product, a $25 product meant a lot to me. And I will probably always do that. But here is what I am finding about a lot of you, if I can just be honest. Because it's counterintuitive, you don't follow the instruction. So it's not that some of you don't take the classes. Many of you have sat in my classes, but you are unwilling to make the shift. And so you keep going around the same mountain that ends in you not being profitable. I want to tell you this. Some of you, your husband, it's not that he doesn't believe in you. It's that he's tired of empty promises of products that are going to produce, and you continue to try to sell what only you are in love with. It's not that he doesn't want to support you and he doesn't want to see you win. It's that you are stuck with an idea that no one cares about but you. You know what you should do when you have an idea that no one cares about with you? Make it a hobby, because no one cares but you. Okay. So can we keep going? Can everybody take a deep breath? Can you take some more? Okay. So when you are in the side hustle stage, people know it. And they also respect it. We love an underdog. We love seeing somebody say, man, I'm trying to get in this class. I'm trying to get this certification. I'm trying to reach this goal. It's the reason that we give the kids fundraisers. It's the reason that we help the team get to the championship, because we love the underdog. They respect when you're saying, man, this is where I am, and this is why I'm telling this t-shirt. But let me tell you something, because this is going to be really important. Lean on back in. In the hustle stages, you can say, I am going to do all of these things trying to find my path, or I am promoting this product in order to get my coaching certification, or to buy this camera, or to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And in this stage, people will support you simply because they love you and they appreciate your drive. Listen, don't fade to black on me. Hear what I'm telling you. In the hustle stage, people are with you when you like, listen here, girl, can you buy this cup that I'm selling right here? Because I'm just trying to get to the Live Your Dreams live conference. Hey, can you buy these remote controls that I'm selling right now? Because I'm just trying to get my coaching certification, or I need a new computer. Baby, in this stage, people will do it, but the only reason they are doing it is because they love you. Now, here's what you need to understand. In the side hustle stage, people will buy things they do not like, love, or want to support you. Let's all take a sip of water. In the side hustle stage, they will buy them cookies that's not that good. They will let you take pictures for them that's not that great. They will let you coach them when you practicing. Baby, when you are in a side hustle, they will buy stuff they do not like, do not want, and do not need simply because they love you. But you cannot build a business on people who just love you. So here's what I mean. We bought the t-shirt, but we didn't like it. We just believed in you. We bought the candle, but it stank, but we believed in you. We let you coach us, even though you weren't proficient, because we believed in you. But when that thing becomes a business, we expect you to produce. At that stage, when you're transitioning to a business, we do not buy t-shirts we don't like. We do not buy books we are not interested in reading. And this is the reason. Let me parenthetically insert this and give this to you for free as you keep sharing this right here. This is the reason when people ask me, should they write a book? I say, who cares about your story? I know everybody got a story that they want to tell. And I know it's a bunch of coaches out here telling y'all that y'all should write a book. But I want to be honest with you. If you can't get 100 people to read a Facebook post and comment, why do you think you are going to sell 100 copies of your book? Let's drink some water. Let's hug. And honest to goodness, this is why many of you need to run to live your dreams. This is why many of you should have taken and should take my business basics class, because I don't have any interest in hustling you. I don't have any interest in hustling you. I don't have any interest in getting you to write a book when I can look at your Facebook page and see you don't get over 20 people engagement all day long, and many of them are your friends still supporting you. Why would you take 3 months to write a book for an audience that does not exist yet? Again, I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm telling you it's my way. Why is what I'm telling you so important? Because unless you have thousands of people who love you enough to buy products and services they don't want, you must evolve. Part 2. The first part was to the side hustler. You must go from hustling to mastery. In the side hustle, we will let you do anything. In the side hustle. In the side hustle, we'll send you money for your spaghetti dinners. We don't want them, but we are so proud that you are trying to get out of your situation. But we need you to go from hustling to mastery. Now, this is about to make some of y'all real tight, so go ahead and take a deep breath. Many of you, the second mistake that you are making is that you are trying to be good at everything before you have mastered anything. You are trying to be good at everything before you have mastered anything. Come on, we'll pay for that plate and say, donate that plate, baby, to somebody. I'm going to send some money down there for 3 plates. You give them to the first 3 people who come up and tell them to tell somebody. The second mistake number 2, is you are trying to be good at everything before you have mastered anything. Y'all not go like this. In the African American community, we are so impressed by our own ability to be jack of all trades, master of none. We are so proud of our ability to dabble. I sell insurance. I sell pies. I coach a little bit. I do a little taxes. That is fine in the hustle stage. It is a loss in the entrepreneur space. And I'm going to explain to you why. In the hustle space, we are supporting you on your journey. In the entrepreneur space, we are looking for your expertise. So when you sell cupcakes today and you professionally roll blunts on Wednesday and you lead praise and worship for sale on Thursday and you make a little punch to sell on Friday, we don't know who you are. And I need you to hear this. Side hustlers can make money everywhere, but side hustlers never command premium prices. Side hustlers. I just want y'all to think back. I grew up in the country in Fordyce, Arkansas, and I just want you to know this. If you have somebody, they do hair, they sell plates, they work on cars, and they babysit. Nobody who does everything ever makes premium price. You never command premium price. And when you stay as a person who does multiple things, and I know this because one of the favorite things for people to tell me in their classes is that I'm so good at everything, I don't know which one to pick. You obviously not that good at any one thing. Side hustlers never command premium prices because we treat you as a commodity. We are never going to pay a shade tree mechanic what we are going to pay the dealership. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. You better hear what I'm telling you. We will never pay the side tree mechanic what we will pay the dealership. We just don't. In fact, if you went to a shade tree mechanic and they quoted you what the dealership wanted to quote you, you would say, you got to be crazy. So some of you are upset because you are operating as a hustler wanting to be paid as a master. Oh no, baby, that's Arkansas term too. Do you understand what I'm saying? The standards are different. The standards are different. So while you may feel really good about saying, I do this, and this, the more things you list in your marketing that you do, the more we diminish your price. So mistake number 2, trying to be good at everything before you master anything. So here is my challenge for you. I'm not saying you can't do multiple things. I'm saying there's an order. I say this to people all the time. One of my favorite things is this. I want y'all to think about this. Have you ever noticed that in the stock market, they always tell us to diversify, but the billionaires never do? You better hear what I'm saying. The billionaires never do. They tell you to diversify. They tell the middle class to diversify. But everybody who gets rich singularly focused. And so what we make a habit of doing is listening to what they say instead of watching what they do. Because I heard somebody in your spirit, you said, shouldn't we have multiple streams of income? You should, but one should be proficient first. So I'm challenging all of the coaches, all of the entrepreneurs, all of the aspiring to set a goal of picking one thing and making $100,000 from that one thing before you expand. Whatever that one thing is, and I'm going to help you narrow it down. Whatever that one thing is, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this. Nobody else will say this to you because people keep rubbing you on the back and encouraging you. But I want to say this. If you have been promoting something for 6 months or more, and you are not at least making $1,000 a month at it, that ain't it. It ain't it. But Pastor Sean, it's in my heart. Your heart only. Don't nobody else care. I just feel like it would help everybody. Don't nobody else care. It would be like me at a wig convention trying to sell clippers. Why would I do that? I don't care how great the Clippers are. If it's a wig convention, the people are there to buy wigs, but I'm up in here with my Clippers. Y'all know y'all need some Clippers. Y'all really need to value my Clippers. Y'all sleeping on my Clippers. No, baby, you're in the wrong place, and nobody in this place cares about those Clippers. We want wigs. Is this helping anybody? Is this helping anybody? It says, okay, let me see. Now, I told you that when you're in the side hustle stage, you can fry chicken, burn CDs, sell ebooks, and bootleg shades out the back of your car. But in the mastery stage, it is your responsibility to convince us that you are the expert of something. When you are promoting several things, you are hindering your ability to establish yourself as the go-to expert in the area. Again, why does this matter? Christy just said, I don't know where to shift to. That's why you need coaches and mentors. And I'm over here highly promoting Live Your Dreams Live. I'm over here highly promoting, if you did not attend Live Your Dreams, the challenge, to be in it. Because Christy just said something honest. Many of you don't know what to do, and you keep trying to figure it out by yourself. And you have wasted a lot of time trying to either get everything for free or figure out everything by yourself. And we could have already had some mastery. Not just for you, Christy. That's for everybody who needs it. Why does that matter? Side hustlers don't make premium prices. Hey, Santrisa, drop the link for the challenge. That's 6 sessions. That's 6 sessions that you can get. Have we raised the price of it, or are we going to raise the price at midnight? It's either $29.99 or it's $59.99, and it's worth $2,059. All right. When you dabble in everything, people treat you like Walmart. And since you carry everything, they expect low prices. So if you're like, hey, I missed the challenge, I didn't know about it, I didn't think I needed it, you should go get it so you can work on clarity. It's $59.99. Listen, I want to say that again. Everybody take a deep breath and hear what I'm saying. When you dabble in everything, people treat you like Walmart. And since you carry everything, they expect low prices. Now, when you become known for mastery, people treat you like a luxury brand because they know you are dedicating your time and energy to becoming the best in the area. Now, mistake number three. Ignoring what your clients are willing to pay for. Ignoring what your clients are willing to pay for. I just gave you an example. Most of you laughed when I said, hey, why would I sell Clippers at a wig convention? I need to be selling some wig oil. I need to be selling some wig caps. I need to know my clientele. Now, I would also parenthetically insert that because many of you are so in love with your idea, you don't actually search the market to know. 2 things that many entrepreneurs don't do. You don't get to know your ideal client, and you don't know your competition. And everybody who has an idea, can I be honest with y'all? We all think our ideas are special. We all go, ain't nobody done it like I've done it. But until you prove that, you're still a commodity, you're still Walmart, you're still low price. All right. Ignoring what your clients are willing to pay for. When most people decide to narrow down, they pick their favorite thing without understanding how their favorite thing either eases the pain of their clients or increases their clients' pleasure. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this right here, what I just said to you right here, it is worth the price of admission. It is worth it. This is it right here. When most people decide to narrow down, they pick their favorite thing without understanding how their favorite thing either eases the pain of their clients or increases their clients' pleasure. Be clear. People spend money for two reasons: to ease pain or increase pleasure. If you're selling information, you better be able to tell me how your information is going to ease my pain or increase my pleasure. If you're selling cookies, you better be able to tell me why your cookies are going to increase my pleasure or decrease my pain. That is the Stop and think about the stuff you buy. Stop and think about why you pay more for convenience. Stop and think about why you'll travel past one restaurant for another one. Hey, Jared, stop and think about it. Because we spend our money for two reasons: to get rid of pain or increase pleasure, period. How does your product do that? I want to give y'all an example of what I mean, because I'm trying to make this real practical. I need you to keep sharing. And if you're serious about making money, I need you to focus and engage. Because if you can watch a Marvel movie, let me also parenthetically insert this. One of the things that's fascinating to me is the number of people who tell me that they want to make $100,000 a year. They work for a job and make $80,000 a year and give them 40 plus hours, but somehow think in 3 magic posts that they're now going to make $100,000 a year. It's not real. And some of you, this is a good opportunity to say, do I really want to be an entrepreneur? Do I really want to learn how to hunt? Do I really want to learn how to make money? Or do I just really not want a boss? So let's take this example right here. Is this helping y'all? Let's say you personally love your chocolate chip walnut cookies and you make the best ones around, but you notice that whenever you promote your chocolate chip M&M cookies, you always sell out. But when you sell your personal favors, you have fewer orders. The answer should be simple. I sell chocolate chip M&M cookies and I sell the others by request for a higher price. Is this helping y'all? Is this helping y'all? I get my walnuts from the finest purebred trees. No one cares. Put in the comments, no one cares. No one cares. Nobody slices their no one cares. What they care about is them M&Ms. You know what you should do? Give them M&Ms. No one cares. And some of you are broke because nobody's loved you enough to tell you no one cares. So people just keep encouraging you to do stuff. And you have gone around this tree, this your 3rd year, you still ain't making a dime. You ain't making $1,000. You're putting your time in promoting something every single day. And you can't make $1,000 a month. All right. Is this making sense? Because we're almost done. We're almost done. Take a deep breath. We're almost done. I see T on here. T's a baker. You better understand how to get these people what they want. And mistake number 4, the biggest mistake that I see people make is they ignore becoming proficient in marketing and sales. They ignore becoming proficient in marketing and sales. What do I mean? You will not get rich because you are the best chicken fryer in the region. You will get rich when you are the best known chicken fryer in the region. It's not good enough to be the best. And some of y'all are so proud, like deep in your heart, you are so proud of being the best kept secret. It's really because you churchy and so you love to be like, oh, I'm just a remnant. And, you know, everybody isn't anointed enough to understand my chicken and everybody isn't anointed enough. Listen, do you want to make money or do you want to be over here hiding in the cave like Elijah, getting fed by a raven? Some of y'all too churchy to do business. Well, I felt the spirit of the Lord land on this idea. When I got this idea right here, I just felt the wind of God come in, and I know God is all over this. Ain't nobody coming in to buy this. So maybe you and Holy Ghost enjoy this, but that's it. And the Holy Ghost ain't giving you the money for it. I just think it, I'm going to say it again. I just think everybody needs to know my story. Why? Who cares? Everybody got a story. Who cares? Pastor Sean, that feels so mean. You know what feels mean? How you keep hurting yourself and staying broke. That's what feels mean to me. It feels mean to me to find out that 70% of adults, working adults in the United States, don't have $1,000. That feels mean to me. It feels mean to me that you can't do nothing in your life until you get a paycheck. That feels mean to me. It feels mean to me that if your tires go out tomorrow, that you don't have the money to get new tires. It feels mean to me that you get pissed off every time your kids grow because you can't afford no new clothes. That's what feels mean to me. It feels mean to me the amount of domestic terrorism you do to yourself staying in poverty. That's what feels mean to me. I don't know about you, but I've been broken. It ain't no fun. It felt mean to me to feel like that if anything went wrong, we couldn't have any breathing room. That's what felt mean to me. It feel mean to me for those of you job seekers to stay in jobs that don't pay you enough because you scared to go. So that's what feel mean to me. It feel mean to me to keep prophesying to myself I'm a millionaire, but I ain't getting no closer each year. It feel mean to me to be a 50-year-old woman having to decide whether I can buy milk and fish because they both went up. That's what feel mean to me. Okay, let me go. So let me be honest. I didn't make my first 100K in a year until I paused every program but Soul Shift. It wasn't my favorite program. Y'all better hear me. Soul Shift was not my favorite program. In fact, when God told me to do it, y'all, I was like, I'm finna go over here and do this little favor for God, and then he gonna let me get back and do the other stuff that I was gonna do. But you know what I found out at the end of every Soul Shift, somebody was asking me to teach another one. So you know what I did? I taught Soul Shift, even though it wasn't my favorite program. And then when it started to bring money into my family, it became my favorite program because it became the nourishment that was my family needed. It was how we took vacations. It was how we put more in retirement. So I grew to love Soul Shift because I realized that God had given me a gift that was causing me to prosper, and that I loved it because it prospered me. It wasn't the one that I would have picked. I would have never picked Soul Shift first. It was counterintuitive to pick Soul Shift first. It wasn't my first choice, but I grew to love it. And the truth of it is, I will never give up Soul Shift. You know why? Because Soul Shift is what broke my family free. So I'll do other things, but at the root of this baby right here, Soul Shift rocks because it's the thing that God gave me that changed my life in changing other people's lives. People kept showing up, and because they kept showing up and asking, I kept teaching it. I've spent 2 years making over 100K, at least a minimum of 100K on Soul Shift before I added any of the other programs back. Did you hear what I said? Even though Soul Shift was not my favorite, it was what my clientele wanted. I spent 2 years making over $100,000 before I added any other program back. I use Soul Shift to stop being a hustler. I shifted out of one-on-one coaching. I shifted out of teaching whatever class somebody want me to teach. I became a master at Soul Shift. And many of you only came to know me because of Soul Shift. Now, what if I had still been trying to do the thing that I thought I should do? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I lived, breathed, and talked soul shift until it was really the thing that people knew about me. In fact, many people didn't even know I was a pastor. They just knew I was the woman who taught soul shift. They just knew that I was the person who could help them shift their mind. They just knew that I was the girl who understood think and feeling cycle. And it got to the point that so many people knew it that even people who hadn't taken the soul shift were sending their friends who was in trouble to a soul shift. So here are your action steps. In the side hustle stage, make the money and invest in yourself. Make the money and invest in yourself. That's number one. That's what we're doing in the soul shift thing. In the side hustle thing. Number two, in the side hustle stage, we are going to learn what people want to spend their money on and become good at delivering that. When we shift to the entrepreneur stage in stage 3, we're going to focus on mastery in one area until we make 100K. Can you sell enough cookies to make 100K? Ask the people who've done it. You can sell enough bread. You can sell enough rolls. You can sell enough flowers. If you get good enough, if you get loud enough, if you get proficient at marketing, you can make $100,000. In fact, does anybody remember the Pet Rock guy? The Pet Rock made $1 million back before there was internet, back before there was social media, selling rocks that we could have got at our own local rock quarry. So in the entrepreneur stage, we're going to focus on developing in one area till we make 100K. So anything we add should directly connect to that one area. Yes, I'll start again. Number one, in the side hustle stage, you should make money to pay your bills and invest in yourself. So I need to make enough money to pay my bills. It doesn't matter how I do it. I can do yard sales. I can say, no, baby, because come on, that magnetic marketing class is on point, ain't it? So in the side hustle stage, I'm just trying to make money. I got 2 goals. I got to pay these bills and I got to get in trainings with people who can help me elevate my mind. That's it. That's what I'm working for. In the second stage, I'm learning what people spend their money on. I'm learning what people do when I sell a t-shirt versus when I sell a class versus when I sell a pie. Okay. And then based on that, in the entrepreneur stage, I'm going to focus on developing mastery in one area until I make 100K. So let me give you an example. Me and Pastor M was talking about this because he was helping me talk through my examples. Let's say that you are a virtual assistant, but it's not your first thing. But you are very good at being a virtual assistant, and people are always hiring you to be a virtual assistant. Here's what I would do. I would say, I know that being a virtual assistant is not my favorite thing, but I would build me a virtual assistant firm. I would go out and get contracts working with people like me. I would then hire and train other people, and I would build a virtual assistant firm so that when I wanted to go and expand in the other thing, I still had the virtual assistant money coming in. That's what I would do. I just gave somebody $1 million idea right there. So anything I added while I was building that virtual assistant firm would be related to that. It would be how to better serve in that until my name became synonymous with that. Okay. Don't expand until people see you as an answer in that area. Now, 3 people just said, I'm going to take that idea. Baby, it's almost 8 billion people on this planet. It's enough for all of y'all to do it and never compete with each other. In fact, it's enough that all of y'all could do it and then start having to pass business to each other because you got so much business. Number 4, you're going to learn your industry, competitors, and clients inside and out. When you tell me you don't have no competition, you ain't serious. You go learn your industry, your competitors, and your clients inside and out. What are my clients' biggest pain point? What are my clients crying about? Now, I want to say this. I want to hear this because I want to circle back. I'm seeing a lot of people in the comments say, I got this. And I'm not saying you can't have this. This is what I'm saying to you. If nobody's asking you for that, be careful that you don't fall in love with another idea that nobody's interested in. Because just because an idea is easy don't mean it's for you, and don't mean you got the grace to do it. All right, number 5. You're going to make mastering marketing and sales the primary part of your business. Yep, it's free for real. And can I say this for free, y'all? I know some people dropped off, but you should hear this. If nobody's asking you for it, you ain't that good at it. Ooh, yeah. If nobody's asking you for it, you ain't that good at it. I don't care how good you think you are. Like if you really think you can sing, but don't nobody ever ask you to do solos, you ain't that good at it. Not good enough for solos. You may be good enough for the choir. Okay. Make mastering, marketing, and sales the primary part of your business. No mastery of marketing, no sales equals no money. If there is no mastery of marketing and sales, there is no money. I cannot just be good at baking. I cannot just be good at coaching. I cannot just be good at whatever. I must be good at selling that I am good at the thing. It's not just enough for me to be good at it. I must be good at selling. Now, you're like, was this really free? It was. But let me tell you what you could do. You could sign up for Live Your Dreams Live, which is going to be March 31st and April 1st. Because surely you must think if this girl will give us this kind of information on a Saturday night for free, just because she don't want to see us be broke, I can't imagine what that live program is going to be like. Especially when we add people like Krista Robinson, especially when we add people like Pastor Edwin Strickland, especially when we add people like Unica J. You could do that. The other thing you could do is that you could take the Live Your Dreams Challenge, which is now $59.99. It comes with 6 classes that would help you get clarity and help you get belief. The other thing you could do is you could sign up for Soul Shift U. Soul Shift U is my foundational program. We meet once a month, and it is designed to help you manage your thinking feelings so you can stop talking yourself out of whatever God has said about you. Now, I'm just going to take like 2 or 3 minutes and see if anybody has any questions, because I'm done. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to sow tonight. And here's what I'm going to say to you. If you believe that this was a class that the truth of it is you should have paid for, then sow a seed. My Cash App is Sean Strickland. My PayPal is Sean Strickland at Gmail. So if you're like, oh my God, is this really for free? I can't believe she did this on a Saturday night. Oh my God, other people would have charged me X amount of dollars for that. Sow a seed. Say thanks. All right. Definitely signing up for Soul Shift. Can you drop the Soul Shift link, Santrisa? If this blessed you, this is what you could do for me besides sign up for a program. Tell me some of your biggest takeaways before we get out of here. Tell me some of your biggest takeaways for tonight. I want you to hear me. I don't just want you to be hyped about what I said. I don't want you to just be cut by what I said. What I want you to do is I want you to listen to this video. I love it, LaTanya. How do you learn what people want from you? They ask you for it all the time. People are always asking me, can I talk them through something? That's how I started doing this work. People always want to know, what do you think about this? Can you help me get some clarity on what I think God is saying to me? Know your competitors inside out. Okay, so here's the Soul Shift. Soul Shift is $1,500 for the year or $125 a month. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all know we give good value because what I just gave you right now was more than $125 worth. No, Soul Shift You is $125 a month. It is monthly. Hold on. And what I'm talking about that is $59.99. It's the Live Your Dreams challenge that we did at the end of February that talks about belief and clarity and all of those different things. If you don't have 100 people engaging in social media, and I know a lot of people are telling y'all about books, but I was doing some research the other day, and do you know that they say that the majority of people, even best-selling people, don't sell more than $1,000 copies of a book? That literally means if your goal is to make money, then selling a book is not your answer. Thank you, Crystal. Hey, Centuries, can you drop that link one more time? I can't find it. It was so many comments coming in. I love it, Letitia. That's the truth right there to say. I have probably been involved in love with a program that no one else cared about, as evidenced by the fact that people didn't buy it. One of my big takeaways as I was thinking through this about how to help people was that when you are in hustle mode, come on, pursue and change it to your real name. That when you are in hustle mode, everybody will support, even if it's not great. But as you become an entrepreneur, people are not taking subpar stuff. No, that's right, Londa. You don't write books to sell. Most subject matter experts leverage their books to get speaking engagements and training engagements. So if you're going to tell your story, tell it with a purpose. But if you're already short on money, why would you spend money on a book? Why would you spend time and money on a book that no one's going to buy? All right. Anything else? I'm going to go at 110. So, I mean, an hour and 10 minutes. So we got like 2 minutes left. So if you have any questions, any comments, whatever, I hope this helped you. I hope you will sign up for something. I hope you will get to live your dreams. The truth of it is, I'm telling you guys, I don't know the only way to get there, but I do know a way that works. And I have clients that when they do it, it works for them. And I also have people that have been around me for a long time who don't listen, and they stay stuck all the time. All right, you're welcome. No other comments, so I don't have to stay. No questions. How long is too long for the hustle phase? Well, how long you been in the hustle phase? How long have you been in the hustle phase? Let's talk about that. Because the hustle phase ain't easy. So how long have you been there? A better question would be, are you tired of it yet? Because if you're tired, you've been there too long. I'm waiting on her answer. What do you do when you don't know what your thing is? You don't want to just be doing stuff. What you do is you test all the things. What do people ask you for? Can you bake cakes? Can you keep kids? Can you braid hair? And you figure out where your thing is. You pay attention to what you love about each one. You pay attention to what you hate about each one. You pay attention to what you would do for free and also what people ask you for. And it's really interesting, Kenitra, I hope I said your name right, is that it's very interesting that when people come to making money on the side, people like, I don't just want to be doing anything, but people work jobs for years where they just doing anything. They don't have any interest in their work, but it's a paycheck. People are always asking me for my hot sauce. Then, baby, I would be known, honey. It would be me and Louisiana's when we got through. Listen, I literally would say, I would talk about hot sauce and sell so much hot sauce that they'd be like, you know, what's that girl? She the hot sauce. Oh, Jacqueline Jones, she the hot sauce girl. You can definitely catch the replay. I don't pull my stuff down. Lisa, he told me to do the same thing. I was making the most money off one-on-one coaching. He said he wanted me to go to group coaching, go to Soul Shift. Here's what I can assure you. God is smarter than you are. He know what you don't know. And I would encourage you to lean in. I would encourage you to lean in, because a lot of times when God is trying to shift us to that thing that would really make us money, we're fighting him every step of the way. Fighting him every step of the way, not realizing that. So, Christy, what I would say to you, if you have a platform for women veterans, who pays for that? Is the federal government paying for that? If you're a veteran, have you been certified so that you can get payment? Because to me, a lot of times the issue is that we're trying to help people, but the people that we may be trying to help may not be able to afford your help. Alicia, if you were a VIP, you have all of the videos. If you were not a VIP, you have to upgrade to get the videos. My Cash App is Sean Strickland. Can y'all drop that again? I hope y'all got something out of this. Now, if you don't have a church home, you need to come to Fellowship of Champions tomorrow. Me and Pastor Ellen will be talking about the 8 essential ingredients of living the total prosperous life. I mean, the life of total prosperity according to John 10:10. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Share this with somebody. Watch it at least 2 more times. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank you. Have a great day.